Hi, myself Gaurav. I am from Vector Edge. We are coming up with a next gen privilege access management solution. Our solution replaces intent based cybersecurity with AI based adaptive self adjusting and self optimizing solution. We also provide automation to build cloud infrastructure for any application. So, how to use our dashboard? In this demo, I will let you know how to create a simple app where you can uh, define the policies and use the your favorite IDP, Google IDP, and then apply the policies on the users and roles that you want to apply. So for this, I am going to take a pretty simple application, a clinical application. So this is a basic application that I'm going to automate and then secure using defining the policies. So this is a pretty simple application where user can book an appointment and do the billing part of it. So this and user can book an appointment. So this is a pretty simple application. Now using a dashboard, how to restrict for different users. That's the demo that I will go ahead and give you. So user will come on log in our dashboard and you can create a new app. So for this I'm using a K8 Kubernetes app. So let's say clinical. So these are necessary parameters which you need to fill just to identify which app you have created. Now I'm going to define the resources for Kubernetes. I'm going to create a stateless service for the Kubernetes. I'm going to define few endpoints for this app. So let's say one is the home. So home description. So this is the path of the home page, and this is the criticality of this page. And we'll add more endpoints. And description, and then just at the same time we will add one more endpoint where we have going to define billing. So after defining these endpoints, what I mean is that I'm going to restrict using these various endpoints in my application for various users based on the policies. After that, there are other parameters and configuration which you can do, but for this simple application, we can simply skip all these. Okay, the add resource is done. Now let's configure our Google IDP. Currently, we are using Google IDP. In future, we are going to support various other IDPs also. I'm just inserting my IDP. So if you see manage user, if I click, you will see it has not yet synced the users. So now what I will do is I will press a sync button. What it will do is it will ask me to give my IDP credentials. So it's just verifying it's done. So it has synced all the users. Now if I will go ahead and see the users detail, see these details I've already pulled, and So all the users got configured here. Now I will go ahead and so this step is already done. Now I will define the policy. So what I will do in this policy is that I will define the policy to restrict the user access for different endpoints that we have defined. Is this next? So now we can define add the conditions. Let's say user, then I will say Gaurav, and then I will say Gaurav data. Okay, and I can say the role also that I want to do. Okay, so you can choose clinical manager. So we have added two roles. One is clinical manager and another is clinical executive. Manager will have access to all three web pages, whereas executive will give the access to only two pages. So yeah, okay. Now next, add role. So let's say resource equal to home, and the method that it can use is equal to, let's say, post or say get, because we are just accessing this page. So I'm going to add all the endpoints here. Add one more. So resource equal to billing, and the method that we are allowing at this time is the get. Next. So this is done. This is clinical policy with the executive role. Now we are go ahead and add for manager role. User equal to, let's say, Gaurav, and the role equal to, let's say, clinical manager now. Okay. Next, add rules. What it will do is I will give access to only two. One is home and second is billing. Source billing. Okay. Fine. This policy is also defined. So we have defined multiple policy. One is manager, one is executive. Now we'll go ahead and say next, and what it will do is it will generate all the OPA files required for this, for the configurations that we have given. So the application got created. Now let's see what exactly we got. So this is the pipeline that we have created. See it. There are three steps. One is infrastructure resource. Then it will generate the YAML file, and then it will validate. So if you see, all these processes, I guess, are already done. Yeah. Yeah. Fine. So here you can see all the Rego files also got generated. These are the policy files which are required to actually go ahead and apply in our Kubernetes platform when we are go ahead and create the Kubernetes infrastructure. So once our application got created, we go ahead and create a site object. This site object is nothing but this is where exactly basic you can attach the application that you have created with the designated cloud resources and a site object which will use to create the infrastructure on cloud. So let's say clinical demo site. Next. Here we are supporting AWS, Azure, and GCP. So I am putting just to secure my credentials. So currently we require for this we are using one master node and two worker node in the Kubernetes network that we are going to launch. We are going to use T2 medium, and then we can give all the configurations if you want. So these are the default configurations which currently we are working on with X. Oops, okay, sorry. So this is T2 medium again. Yep. Now we can choose which app we want to link with. So this is the app which we have created here over in a previous step. I will give this, and this will deploy the application. So once we say it's deploying the application, so you can see again here we are, as I told you, we are generating pipeline code as a pipeline. So you can see what it will do is it will first build the image and then build the infrastructure. So after some time, basically what it will do is it will go ahead and launch our Kubernetes on AWS. So this is my EC2 board on which I have created. So this is the infrastructure that got created now. So this is my master node and these two are my worker nodes. So let's see how to open this app. So this is our IP address. Domain. So it will ask me which credentials I want to log in. So this is the Google ID. In my Google IDP, I have already configured Gaurav data. Cool. So here I am. This is the now this application is launched on our Kubernetes, and this is the home page. I have the access at the same time. For the billing page, I also have the access for this. Whereas if you try to book the appointment also, I have all the access for this page also. So basically all the access is for this user. We have given, when we are creating the policy, we have given access to home page, appointment page, and the billing page. Now I will show you some. I will create a new. So this doesn't have access to this home page. Whereas if I'll go and try to see the access for the appointment page, I have the access for the appointment page also, and for the billing page, I don't have the access because I have restricted access for this page. So using this, what we have done is we have defined policy, and then we have applied our policy to various roles. One is executive role and one is manager role, and then we have restricted the application access, basically endpoint access, for the role based user. Thank you.